Hi guys, today we will discuss about how to calculate displacement that is caused by bending moment using the principle of virtual work. My name is Julapot Jirawacharadev, and this lecture is a part of a thought course of Mechanics of Materials at International Program in Civil Engineering, King Mongkut University of Technology, Thonburi. And I'm very pleased to have you here with us. Before we move on to the calculation, I would like to introduce about the principle of virtual work, so at least we have some rough idea how we actually set up the calculation system, because it will relate directly to what I'm about to talk here, right? Well, the picture here is not my own invention, so I like to cite the book I taking it out. It is book of the same name, Mechanics of Material, written by Hibbler, right? This is the 2000 edition, the year 2000 edition, right? With the credit out of the way, then I like to explain first. We have the two pictures of the same body. Keyword is the same body. So every point and everything that we look at will be on the same point in the same body. However, the difference is that on the left-hand side we have a virtual force system, meaning we apply something that is not real, a force that is not real into it. Whereas on the right-hand side we have the real force system, meaning whatever is on the right hand side picture is happening for real, right? So in this case, the parallel is that when we put in a virtual force in the virtual force system at point A, right, and then of course we create certain stress and strain within that body. It is virtual stress and virtual strain, and therefore the internal strain energy, right, would have come from from a virtual one, right? So now we're going to distinguish between the virtual and the real cases. The virtual force system, everything that comes from that will be denoted by the star. As you can see in here, the point load that we put on A is a 1 star, right? Meaning it's a 1 unit virtual force, right? And U star is the virtual strain energy, meaning it's not a real strain energy, right? Not zero though, I have to mention here for the beginning. It might be small, it might not be real, but we do not actually put in a zero force. We put in a certain amount of force, although it's a not real one, but it's still with an amount, not a zero unreal, right? Whereas on the right hand side, everything is to be the same. Second thing that I like you to notice from here, because it will have huge implication on how we apply this system into the calculations system, right? When we talk about the external work done next, right here, right, we calculate the external work done, external virtual work done, my project. If we calculate the same way we actually calculate normal work done, right, with the force times the movement it has in the same direction of the force, right? So in this case, notice that the 1 star, the virtual force, is applied at the same place that we're at the displacement we're talking about, in this case point A, and is in the same direction, right? In the same line of direction. It could be go against each other. If it's going together, it's positive, of course. If it go against, then it's negative, of course, right? So basically, this is how we calculate the external virtual work done in this situation, right? We have a load, a virtual load, and then it moves, and then we calculate the work done with the movement in the same line as the force, right? So that is I highlighted in a circle, in a red circle, that is related. The second term we have to look at here is the strain energy, right? In this case, I will put it in the blue circle, right? The strain energy will become from the virtual strain energy of the whole body, right? In this case, if we assume it's changing with L, then we extend L until the whole body, right? If it come with the volume, that we integrate with the whole volume, right? So basically that's the idea, right? So this will be discussed somewhere else before this. So this form, just take this form first, and then if you haven't actually studied about the strain energy yet, then you should look at the lecture before this. Right. Now, the conservation of the work and energy, meaning the work done, external work done, will be equal to the energy stored in the body. In this case, it's stored as a strain energy or virtual strain energy because it's the virtual work. So basically, the two above terms are equal, right? The external virtual work done is equal to the virtual strain energy that is stored inside the body. And that's really the main part of the principle of virtual work. The rest is how we actually apply or interpret this equation, this set of equation. Well, just to be precise, just to be clear, because we are now here talking about only force, so we talk about 1 time star times theta, times delta. So if we want to know the angular change, then we'll use this one instead, 1 star times theta, but it's still on the right hand side, it's still the same term, the virtual strain energy stored inside the body. I have to emphasize here now, right? I already written it. 1 star from the proof is 1 star force, so it's 1 star times delta. The work done here at the last equation is rotation, so therefore this virtual will not be, that 1 star is not virtual force, then it will become virtual moment, right? Because of work done, force time displacement, and the moment time rotation. Right. The same main principle of what work is still apply here. Again, this has been proved in the previous lecture, so I will just take in and summarize what a summary we have, right? But if you haven't actually if you want to know and you haven't actually studied the previous lecture, please do so. Right. Otherwise, here is the equation for the virtual strain energy. Right. For the axial force, if it changing throughout the length, it will be the first equation. If it's a constant, like in trusses, which is a constant throughout the whole member, the right-hand side equation, which is summation form, would be easier. Right. Whereas the bending moment diagram, bending moment cases, the bending moment change throughout the length as a usual application in our field. So there is no summation form, it's only integration form. Well, with the introduction out of the way, then let's look at an example. Just a simple supported beam with a one uniformly distributed load on the top, right? And what we ask here is what is the vertical displacement and the slope change, i.e. the rotation displacement at point A. Right. This system here, because when we calculate virtual work, external virtual work done, we actually calculate it using different forces or moment at a different point. So generally, in this case, we have to separate the calculation, meaning vertical displacement calculation will be 1, and the slope the rotation at point A or slope change at point A will be another one, right? Just to start off, I would like to begin with the vertical displacement first. Okay, so we'll set up the virtual force system. Basically, we want to find out what is the BM star, right? Which is the strain energy. Which is the equation for the bending moment that is caused by the virtual force. Again, I emphasize here, star meaning virtual, with no star meaning it's real case. So basically, if we want to know, remember the picture, and I mentioned before, if we want to know displacement of a point, then we put the virtual something, either force or moment at that point. If it's the vertical displacement, then it has to be a force because it's displacement and it's a movement as in line, right? As it's vertical, then it has to be vertical direction. That one style of ours has to be vertical direction. It could go up, it doesn't matter. It could go down, that's not the main point, but it has to be in a vertical line, the same line of the displacement we want to calculate, right? And once we set up the system, notice that I strip off all the force out to coincide with the first two pictures we have. One is only the 1 star, the virtual force, right? This is the virtual force system, only virtual force, no other real force on it. Then, but the way we calculate it is the same as almost treat the 1 star as if it is a real force. So we use the equilibrium equation to find our reactions. And in this case, we should realize that the bending moment equation had to be separated into two sections, right? For the simplicity, right, because I want my equation to be quite simple, a one-term equation in this case, which I can. So I run from 1 to A, from left to right, as this one, and then we calculate the bending moment star, right? Again, using equilibrium of this picture, and then from 2 to A, I run from right to left, that one. Okay. Now this has some implication, though. I have to mention this first before we go to the next step, because we're gonna integrate it section by section. Meaning once I indicate my x here and amount of section here, then in the real force system, it doesn't matter whether I can generate only one equation for the whole beam or not. But because this system forced me to separate into two sections, therefore I will have to separate the real force system into two sections as well, and with x coincide with what I set up here. Right. Well, let's go and see what I actually means by that. Here, if we look at this system here, we should realize that this system here now, there is no virtual force on it. This is a real force system. Right? So basically, what I want to find out here is the equation for the bending moment. If you look at the beam, well, if you have enough experience, you will realize that actually it can be written as one equation of the whole beam. But because what we have done beforehand dictate that we need two sections. One is from 1 to A, and the other will be from 2 to A. So this one here, to set up the integration, then we need the same system. But firstly, we calculate reaction as usual, right? And then now, the first section will be 1 to A, right? Again, from left to right, to coincide with the system we set up beforehand. And then the other one to set up to 2 to A, to matching, right? Equation will be the same because of the symmetry, but nevertheless, we have to do this. Right. Once we get bending moment equation for the whole beam, for the virtual force system and the real force system, now it's time for calculation. So the whole total equation for the displacement calculation is just up as I'm showing here now. But because we have two sections, right? The first pair will come from 1 to A, right? The top picture here, the top left picture here, I'm showing the virtual force system between 1 and A, and below is the real force system between 1 and A. This will be the first pair because there are two sections here, right? And then this is the second pair running from 2 to A. Notice that if you look at here, you realize that we are setting up S equals section between the virtual and the real system. We also running X from the same point for each pair as well. So basically, we are creating the compatibility of the integration system, right? So in this case, we have no problem. We're going to have two parts. The first part is integration on the left-hand side, and the second part will be the integration on the right-hand side here. So as I said, two terms, right? The integration will vary from the whole length, from 0 to the whole length. It's such that, and X, how you measure X is depend on how you set up the free body diagram to calculate the equation for bending moment, and we discussed that in other topic as well, right? So setting up X and the integration has to be related as well, right? In this case, because EI is constant throughout the beam, I will take EI outside the integration to reduce writing, of course, or well, in my case here is typing, right? And 1 star time A, that is 1 star time delta A, that is the standard form on the left-hand side anyhow. Right. And if we combine all those, this is the one we have, the positive one. The next argument, though, is crucial. Right? 1 star, although it's not real, 1 star, although it's quite small, usually when we discuss this, it is not 0. And if 1 star is not 0, this equation means only one thing, that is delta A, meaning you can take 1 star out from both sides. Right, and because 1 star, remember when we set up, our 1 star is pointing down, right? And 1 star pointing down, meaning delta positive, meaning it goes the same way, the delta and the force going the same way, right? The force I just said going down, same way, meaning delta must go down as well, right? Okay, so be careful on this one here. There is no fixed global system for plus minus, right? It is coming from work done concept. The work is positive when the force and delta going in the same direction, and it become negative when it go against each other, right? And in this case, I repeat, one star we set up in the virtual system is going down. Therefore, positive mean delta going the same way, going down. So that will be our first answer. Next then, let's look at how we calculate the rotation displacement, again at point A, right? Again, we set up the virtual force system, right? And we put one star at point A. But this time here, we are not calculating displacement anymore, not in a line displacement anyway. It's a rotation displacement. Rotation, the work done is calculated by using moment time theta change, right? In this case, moment, then this is a virtual moment of one star, right? But the idea concept is the same. We want to calculate the bending moment equation for the virtual case, right? And then we calculate reactions, again using the equilibrium. Notice one more thing though here. I forget all about what we calculated beforehand, right? The first picture to calculate the lineage, well, the movement in a line of point A has been actually done over with, right? Finished. Don't think about it anymore. This is a new one now, right? So this calculation here is only focused on this picture, right? To find out what is bending moment equation in the virtual case of the one star moment at point A, right? So these are the reactions, and of course I can run again from 1 to A and then from 2 to A, right? So notice that because here the same equation will be applied for the real case, so I will not recalculate. I will just use what I already have. But if this case, I have to say here, if this case the separation of the member or the equation are not the same as the first case, then we will have to reorganize the real bending moment equation again. Right? But in this case, it's the same, so it's quite simple. We already done it. We can use it. So next, we'll calculate the same system here. Just change from one star delta to one star theta, because now we calculate theta, right? Again, we have the two systems. One is from 1 on the right, on the left hand side is 1 to A, on the right hand side from 2 to A, right? The only thing we change here, because the real case is the same as I already mentioned, but the virtual case has changed. But still, we still need two terms, right? Boop. And then we calculate all this. Now notice that this time we have a negative one, right? But the same concept remain. Argument is that one star is not zero, meaning we can calculate delta A by remove one star from both sides, but then it's negative. What does negative mean? Again, this is concept of virtual work, right? This concept of virtual work. We put in one star in the clockwise direction, right? So if we do that, then meaning negative, meaning this theta must go against that moment. In this case, because moment is the virtual moment is clockwise, then the theta must go anti-clockwise. Okay, again, there is no absolute global meaning for plus and minus. It comes from the concept of the work done, right? Is it going the same as the force or the moment? If so, positive, right? If not, then negative. But anyway, in this case, we have our both answer that the question wants us to find. And so let's summarize here, right? So now we have the two answers. Okay, that's it for this lecture. Thank you very much for attending, and I hope that this lecture has been beneficial to you, and I hope to see you again in the next lecture. Take care for now. Bye.